Hey, this is Lakshane. It's been about 3 years since I uploaded anything to this channel. I'm sorry if I've been away, for those of you who have been messaging me and asking me. I guess most of you know me through music, as an artist, as a producer. Look, it's been a great ride. The question you're probably thinking is whether I'll be dropping music again. And the answer is I don't know. Things have changed and I'm here to share that journey with you. Look, I guess it's important to talk about what led to me being an artist and my background, because I don't think a lot of you know. And I think I have an interesting story to tell in terms of how I started. So first of all, I was born in Sri Lanka, in Colombo. I moved to Australia when I was 7. Parents got the opportunity to move to Australia, and I did my primary schooling here, and I moved back to Sri Lanka at the age of about 11. This is when I kind of really started getting into music. I asked my dad to buy me a drum set. I think for the first 2 years, I just had a teacher who taught me drums, and I became really good at it really fast. I guess I always had like a musical rhythm because my dad used to love to sing and play guitar. The next step for me was my dad was trying to teach me guitar, but I just didn't enjoy it. I don't know. Anyways, I kind of rebelled against it, but then I started a band in school with 2 of my friends, and we started jamming. It was super fun. And when I was playing drums, I was like, whoa, these guys are doing with the guitar is way more cooler. I want to do that. So I asked them to teach me. So I learned the basics from them, and I would go home and spend 4 to 5 hours a day on YouTube learning how to play guitar. There's guys like Marty Schwartz and a few other guys I used to follow, so shout out to them. And here I kind of learned how to, really keep rhythm, then chord progressions. I started singing a little bit, which led to me then being almost like the singer slash front man. I kind of pushed, the crew to do more videos and like let's post it on YouTube. And so we did at around 16. We posted this cover weirdly of One Direction that kind of blew up, but it kind of became popular in the Colombo local scene. We started playing more shows, getting invited for more concerts, started doing more covers, started doing more videos, and gained a little bit of traction. Now, unfortunately, I had to leave school to come back to Australia for year 12, which is the final year of school here, because it was like the last year of school, and my parents being, a bit more Asian and pushing me towards studies, I had to can the music side of things. Yeah, I kind of put a lid on music for about 2 years up until the end of the first year of university. At this time, I was meeting some people, I was kind of jamming again, and it was fun again. Once I got a taste, I kind of reignited everything, went into a studio, did a cover, and put it out. Weirdly enough, I got a message from this guy in this group chat that I was a part of in the Melbourne young local music scene. It's like, dude, you need to start putting out originals. His name was Tim. We did a song called Don't Lie. We released it. We didn't have any, strategy, any marketing plan. The next thing you know, it's on Complex, Australia. And I was like, damn, like I wasn't expecting that. I was just like, man, I can keep doing this. Now it's important to understand I was already an immigrant in Australia, and I only reignited my career in Australia as a 21, 22-year-old. I didn't understand the industry here. I didn't know what I was doing. I just liked making music. After this point, things just started moving, I guess. I started putting out more music, just started networking with a lot more people in the industry. And I kind of became obsessed with the industry and learning how to win. Now, there were some wins. I had some collaborations that kind of got me, on rotation on commercial music radio in Australia. Also collaborated with artists that kind of opened doors for me for shows. I opened for Sean Kingston for a show in Melbourne, and I did my own headline shows. Now, this kept on going for a few number of years, and one pivot for me was when I sent a demo out to this engineer called Vivek, who was the engineer of the kid Laroy. I had been following kid Laroy's growth as a 14, 15-year-old, and I was like, man, this guy's great. And I love his mixes. I was always into the whole mixing and producing side of things as well, and I really liked his mix. I was like, man, this guy's awesome. I'll hit him up. Yeah, I got through to him. He loved my music. He's like, dude, you got to fly out to Sydney, meet the squad. I got to hang out with him. I got to hang out with Laroy. We actually did a demo tape for fun.
Yeah, man. Oh,
hey, mate.
Look at this leg as fuck. Hold this there. I got my camera up.
Lakshane.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience, and just being around that crowd and just the level that they were on compared to anyone I had worked with previously in Melbourne, and the understanding of the kind of modern R&B trap kind of music I was doing at that time was pretty inspiring to me. So I kind of had to level up my game when I came back to Melbourne. I was like, wow, Laroy, by the way, was unreal, right? He just recorded hits in 30 minutes. I couldn't write 2 lines in 30 minutes. I was not on that level, Yeah, I would just pump out melodies and write the lyrics within 30 minutes, and it would just be a hit. Nothing nothing rehearsed. It was nuts. Started to really amp up my game, and I think I became better. And I got a few wins in the next few songs. I was starting to get rotation on Triple J in Australia. I got on TV within ABC and MTV. And it was good, but I felt like things were plateauing, and then COVID hit. I was just like, I need to come out with like the greatest creative thing that I can do. And I started this song, which is known as Ariana, and again, released it independently. I worked on that song for 8 months. I made 3 different versions of it, 2 different lyrics. I'm kind of glad I did do those repetitions because it led to 1 million streams across all platforms and got me a little bit of attention again. But I just realized, like, I saw the scope. I saw my other artist friends who got signed by labels and they didn't really amount to much. And I think for you to succeed in Australia as an artist, you need to have early relationships with people who have connections with major artists and influential people in America. Bottom line, you need to be an export to America for you to succeed as an Australian artist. So I had to make a choice, right? I can keep doing this. I can maybe at best be a producer or songwriter for a label. I guess I had bigger goals and I wanted more for myself, honestly. Really did. I wouldn't do something unless I saw a big journey for myself. So I decided to kind of stop everything. It was a tough time. I wasn't happy. I was pretty miserable with myself. Yes, I was getting the numbers. Yes, I was getting the placements, but I just saw a ceiling and that kind of made me unhappy. So I decided to pause music. I've kind of released 1 or 2 songs that I had left in the vault. I decided to kind of use my creative skills as a creative director / artist and my understanding of business and strategy. And I wanted to fly both of those things at the same time. So the most logical thing for me was like start a creative agency, I guess. Before I start my own agency or whatever, I was like, I need to learn how an agency works. So I joined my friend's agency as an intern. I took a 60% pay cut and I decided to take a massive 180 on my life. So I went through the motions of working as an agency freelancer / contractor, got into a full-time role at another big agency. So I went through this journey. I ended up picking up a couple more clients. By December 2023, I decided to quit my job and take a massive leap into starting my own agency, Uprise. And it's been 1.5 years almost. I think it's been about 16 months since I did that. And it's been a journey. It's honestly been a crazy journey for me. It's sometimes stressful, I get anxious a lot, but it's been rewarding at the same time. This video is just an update, I guess, on what's been happening in my life. I still get asked whether I'll drop music again. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think I will, but then I miss the creative side of doing things. It's hard for me to say whether I will, but right now I'm on this journey in business and marketing. I do feel more fulfilled. I feel more appreciated in what I do, and I'm still figuring it out. But music, I guess, has been a massive part of me, and what I've learned, I think, I'll take for the rest of my life. It's invaluable. I do hope I come back to music one day.